Data instantiation is the term that describes how to load a target database. Other names for data instantiation are data provisioning or initial load. There are two crucial parts to data instantiation. The first part is in the actual loading of data, and the second part is to ensure that you have a clean starting point. To ensure that replication starts at the same point on the source and target database, you must capture the Oracle SCN, System Change Number, on the source database. The SCN is an internal number which essentially works as a timestamp. This is the point in time which states when all existing data on the source database will be transferred to the target database. The SCN increases over time as changes are made to the database. It is the primary tool used by Dbvisit Replicate to determine the start of the replication. The initial load sends over all of the information prior to the starting SCN. Dbvisit Replicate will start replicating data at the starting SCN. If the data is transferred after the starting point, any transactions generated within that period will be lost. This can cause conflicts if users attempt to enact changes on the source database, as they won't be applied on the target for that period. Say my SCN is 1:30, which means my initial load will start at 9 o'clock. However, there is a delay, and the initial load starts at SCN 1:45 or 9:10. In this time, there have been multiple updates, inserts, and deletes by your users. These changes between 1:30 and 1:45 will not be captured on your target database, as the initial load started after 1:30. If the data is transferred before the starting point, some transactions will be captured twice. Conflicts will occur when changes are applied to your target database, because the system will not know which table to apply the changes to. Let's take my SCN at 1:30, which means my initial load will start at 9 o'clock. However, the initial load is started before this time at SCN 1:17, or 8:55. The initial load will capture all data from SCN 1:17 to 1:30 twice, once in the initial load and another with Dbvisit Replicate. This will result in duplicate data on the target database. When it comes to data instantiation, it's all about capturing that SCN number and preparing for the initial load. Once that initial load is complete, you won't have to worry about it again. So it is important that this is done once and done right. By understanding the implications of not completing instantiation properly, you will have a greater chance of completing your own first initial load flawlessly.